welcome aboard. Nice to see you. Okay, good. Of course, a few announcements here at the top as well. I'm Tammy Bruce, the spokesperson. Thank you all very much for being here. This week, the Trump administration and the Department of State achieved significant milestones, advancing peace, strengthening U.S. partnerships, and realigning foreign assistance to better serve American interests. The Quad, a partnership between the United States, India, Japan, and Australia, held their foreign ministers meeting here in Washington, D.C., right here at the State Department. These officials, representing 35% of the world's combined GDP, advanced an ambitious agenda to enhance collective security and economic resilience. Quad countries agreed to expand maritime law enforcement, cooperation across the Indo-Pacific, reinforcing their shared commitment to uphold international law and freedom of navigation. They also launched the Quad Critical Minerals Initiative, a landmark effort to diversify and secure global supply chains in strategic sectors, ensuring our economies remain resilient against coercion. I can also announce the completion of a major foreign assistance reform effort. Secretary Rubio remarked that the U.S. Agency for International Development will no longer implement foreign assistance programs going forward. The Department of State will take the lead on administering foreign assistance programs with a mission that directly advances our national interest, accountability, strategy, and efficiency. This restructuring puts U.S. taxpayers and American priorities first, marking a new chapter in global leadership. Tomorrow, President Trump will headline the kickoff of America 250 at the Iowa State Fairgrounds, launching a year-long celebration of our nation's 250th anniversary under the banner A New Era of American Greatness. The America 250 National Tour will bring community-focused celebrations to all 50 states and U.S. territories. Finally, this week, Americans around the world will join in celebrating our nation's independence. July 4th is a time to reflect on the freedoms and liberties we all cherish, and we wish everyone a safe, happy, and meaningful Independence Day. And with that, we will take your questions. The imperial we, the individual I. All right, everyone. Yes, sir, go ahead. I know, just to slip through there. Go ahead, yes,
sorry,
sir.
Just a quick question on Iran. Iran announced today that it's suspending its cooperation with the IAEA. I would like
Surprise.
I would like to have your thoughts
and
comment on that.
Yes. We of course, do have a little bit to say in that regard. First of all, and I want to get this correct here, it is, we'll use the word unacceptable, that Iran chose to suspend cooperation with the IAEA at a time when it has a window of opportunity to reverse course and choose a path of peace and prosperity. Iran must cooperate fully without further delay. Prior to the, as will the shutting down of your phone, that has to proceed without delay. Prior to the United States' successful military operation, Iran was amassing a growing stockpile of highly enriched uranium for which there was no credible peaceful purpose, and it was the only state producing highly enriched uranium up to 60% that does not have nuclear weapons. Iran must fully comply with its safeguards agreement required under the NPT, including by providing the IAEA with information required to clarify and resolve long-standing questions regarding undeclared nuclear material in Iran, as well as provide unrestricted access to its newly announced enrichment facility. We look forward to further detailed reporting from the IAEA about this. It is worth repeating, as we've made tremendous strides to this through Donald Trump's leadership, Iran cannot and will not have a nuclear weapon. The President has said this repeatedly. The Secretary of State has said this repeatedly. We have repeated it from this podium. And at this juncture here, it is, of course, again, unacceptable that Iran is choosing to suspend cooperation with the IAEA. And answering your question, Daphne, yes.
Thank you. On this final ceasefire proposal for Gaza that Trump has said Israel has agreed to, Does it include provisions for Israel pulling out of Gaza?
What I am going to, the president had a message about that from last night, and I'll read that for you. So we just get this on the record here. From the President, Donald Trump. My representatives had a long and productive meeting with the Israelis today on Gaza. Israel has agreed to the necessary conditions to finalize the 60-day ceasefire, during which time we will work with all the parties to end the war. The Qataris and the Egyptians, who have worked very hard to help bring peace, will deliver this final proposal. I hope for the good of the Middle East that Hamas takes this deal, because it will not get better. It will only get worse. Thank you for your attention to this matter. As far as your question about the details, I won't go into the details of what's in the proposal.
Hamas has said that Israel must pull out of the enclave. How does the administration plan to reconcile this? Is that addressed in the proposal?
I will not give you the details of the proposal, and we'll find out, but I think the president's message is clear. This is one that has to be accepted because it will only get worse if they don't. Yes, ma'am.
Thanks, Tammy. A White House official told our colleagues that the Trump administration has paused certain weapons shipments to Ukraine. What was the State Department's role in making this decision to pause these weapons shipments? And are you concerned about the advantage it gives to the Russians?
Well, traditionally, of course, I mean, our wheelhouse here is diplomacy. We don't make decisions about the shipping of weapons or the managing of weaponry during war. We have the Department of Defense. I would refer you to them when it comes to this kind of a decision. At the same time, we've got a few things I can say to you regarding this. It remains, as you might imagine, worth repeating, a priority of President Trump to bring the Russia-Ukraine war to an end through a durable negotiated settlement, starting with an immediate ceasefire. And of course, just referring you to the Department of Defense for more information regarding that situation regarding weapons. Anna Kelly, a White House spokesperson, also has noted, this decision was made to put America's interests first following a DoD review of our nation's military support and assistance to other countries around the globe. The strength of the United States Armed Forces remains unquestioned. Just ask Iran. Also, from a statement by Elbridge Colby from the 2nd, which was yesterday, at the DoD, that the Department of Defense, quote, continues to provide the president with robust options to continue military aid to Ukraine. At the same time, the department is rigorously examining and adapting its approach to achieving this objective, while also preserving U.S. forces' readiness for administration's defense priorities.
Can I quickly ask on GHF, the State Department announced last week that you had approved $30 million. Has any of that money been dispersed yet? And if so, how much?
It has been fully approved. It has not been dispersed. There is process, as you all might imagine, in the building regarding the dispersal of any funds. And when that happens, I will let you guys will be the first ones to know. Andrea Mitchell. Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to note, before I ask my question, the passing of one of your predecessors, Richard Boucher, who served 6 secretaries of state, was an esteemed diplomat and very highly respected spokesperson for this department.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Andrea.
I want to ask you about the passing of USAID, the demise of USAID being absorbed into the State Department in a very different fashion. According to the Lancet, a highly respected British medical journal, USAID was responsible for saving 90 million lives over the course of 2 decades.
American Aid was responsible for that, Andrea. I'll correct you right there. USAID was an element of the United States government dispersing taxpayer funds around the world for humanitarian aid for a variety of different projects. It was the United States government, and is, when it comes to the aid, not a department, but the nature of what this government, under various administrations, had approved. Let's keep that in mind.
Can I continue?
Yes, please do. But I wanted, it's something worth correcting.
And former President Bush, who was responsible for PEPFAR, with bipartisan majorities in Congress for years.